Hello, hello. Hi Sigma, hi Dulcet, hi Magla. How is everyone tonight? This is a trademark, classic, super late felt stream. Okay, wait, we're doing ASMR. Hope everyone had a good Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Why do I stream at like 3 to 5 a.m.? Okay, so to be fair, I didn't plan to stream this late today. Thank you for the follow, Beast. I didn't plan to stream this late today, but it was like really busy day. So I woke up like late for work. So I was already like running behind schedule. I basically had to stay a little bit later to make up for that. So that's already like kind of bad, right? And then I went to the gym at like 8 o'clock, I think, or something like that. And let's see, I got back at like 10. And then even like from the moment I got home, I was like super occupied. So I played Counter-Strike with one friend because we had already like scheduled that. And then right after that, I had another friend ask me to like talk about something. And then right after that, I was playing Valorant with a different friend. Been like pretty much like completely occupied up until now. But what matters is that I'm here, right? Hello. What's my job? I'm a software engineer. I don't mind answering. But like, it's the kind of job where like you don't want to slack or people will notice. And it's like I have to like justify like the major benefits of the job. The least I can do is like give them, the 40 hours I'm required to. It's definitely not like it's a pretty chill job, all things considered. It is pretty tough. Tough as in good, not tough as in tough. Yeah, so today was I feel like I could have been a bit more productive at work, honestly. So I'm probably gonna have to like work a little bit on Sunday to make up for that. Other than that, today was pretty good. I went to the gym like I said, and it was leg day today, so that was tough. And I like all my lifts were under expectations, so that sucks. But I attribute that to like lately, I think it's because I've been under eating, but also like under sleeping. So like literally the two most important things to do, like for like exercise, and I'm doing terrible at both of them lately. Sometimes I just get like so occupied by work that I literally like forget to eat, or like it's either that or like I'll be so exhausted by work that by the time my work is over, I'll just have like lost my appetite. So I need to get better at like making myself like eat food when I know I should. I deserve more viewers. Thank you. I guess thank you for the compliment, I guess. I'm not really concerned about viewers. I mentioned this before, like I'm happy if I can turn my stream on and there's like at least one person to talk to. If I can have like at least one good conversation, it's cool. But even then, like obviously I feel like my streams and are more alert heavy. I mean that's a given because it's ASMR, right? Like a lot of people just want to like listen to the audio and kind of just relax. So I've also been like really lucky this week. Like I've gotten rated by so many people, and I'm like eternally grateful for that. If anything, I've been like extremely lucky this week. I don't even really think like whatever it is that I do, like, this quote unquote ASMR that I'm doing is that great. I don't think I do that good of a job, so I'm happy for whatever I can get. Let's go Big Felt. Wait. Big Felt. Hello. How was your day, Sigma? Magla? How was your day? And Magla, you were so fast. Like the moment I hit the button, you were in the chat. That's crazy. They went well. Nice. I was having this conversation with my other friend, but like, I feel like life is about like having like a good baseline. Cause like in a given day, I don't know if I'd say that I'm happy per se, but like, I think like if you can be satisfied with like what a normal day looks like for you, then like that's the equivalent of being happy, I suppose. Like really, I would say like, during the weekday when I'm working, life is okay, and then during the weekend when I hang out with my friends, life is good. I hung out with a friend and almost ready to start your new job. Wow, insurance agent. Good. It was okay waiting on Twitch for you to stream. Really? I kind of feel bad. I wouldn't. So I don't stream on this. I know I've been streaming every day now, and like that is something like I would like to keep doing, but I would not lose sleep over waiting for me, because that's kind of the whole reason why I don't stream on a schedule anymore. It's very possible one day I just don't feel like it, so I guess like don't expect me to stream every day. But I appreciate you being here. Insurance agent, your sleep schedule's cooked anyway? Same. That's why I'm here, but hopefully I can kind of get it a bit better soon, because it's like affecting my work life, as I just said. What does an insurance agent entail? Are you gonna be like doing sales, or I hope not. Or like, unless that you like doing sales. I could never do sales. I am too shy to ever be able to like try to convince someone to buy something. Commission sales. Oh, okay. Do you think like you have the would you call it charisma? I don't know. I feel like some salespeople can be kind of pushy. You think you have the charisma to do it? I wish you the best of luck. I mean, at my job, like I still have to talk to people, but it's like very, like compared to most jobs, I probably don't have to like actually like communicate as much. Like I only actually meet with my team like once a week. Is it on site, Magla, or is it remote? Hybrid ? Can't hear you right now, but you're still alive. After now, I'll be back. Okay, Flower. Founder's badge in the room. Okay, that's one of the benefits, right? So Flower, I'm sure he doesn't mind me saying this. He's from Australia, and he's one of my longest term viewers. But unfortunately, obviously, most streams he can't watch because he's not in Australia. So if I ever do, thank you for the follow, Melty. On these small opportunities I have to stream at 3 a.m., he can actually watch. Hi, Melty. Hello. How are you? How do you do on this fine Saturday morning? I've had a great day, honestly. Other than like not getting as much done at work, and my lifts being kind of lower than I like. The time I spent with all my friends today was like more than made up for it. And it's actually kind of like, is that normal? Like I feel like, what's your guys' definition of happiness? When I like close my eyes and I envision happiness, it's me like laughing with friends. Like, my friends are literally everything to me, I think. Friends, family. Of course, naturally. I imagine the same feeling of like warm sunshine. I recently started. Now that you mentioned that, like, okay, so it should be. I don't think it's any surprise to anyone that like I spend a lot of time indoors, right? So I probably don't appreciate nature as much as I should. But lately I'll go outside and I'll actually think like, wow, today's a good day. Which is like something I never used to say. Like when I was like, I guess going through a darker period of my life, I would be so like apathetic to like the weather outside or whatever. Like now it does like make me happy to like go outside and it's like warm and sunny. That being said, I still prefer being indoors. There's too many bugs outside. God, I hate bugs. I hate bugs. That might be part of my reason for not like liking the outdoors, because like bugs have given me PTSD. I've also recently been finding like, I don't mean to like trigger warning, I'm about to talk about bugs. Like in my apartment lately, I keep finding like these little like, I don't know if they're millipedes or centipedes. I can't tell, but like basically like, like worms with legs. And the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, no big deal. But I've seen like this week, I've seen like 3 different ones. I think I might need to like call it an exterminator or something. I mean, they're really no harm. It's just it kind of just grosses me out when I see them. It's like, you're not a welcome guest in my home. Please leave. I'm actually pretty surprised you can't do bugs. I'd rather burn the house down than get close to me. When I was, oh man, I grew up in like a really, really old house. And like, I've literally seen like almost everything. In the house I grew up in, there was rats, there was ants, there was roaches, there were flying ants, there was freaking, I don't think there were bed bugs. There were flies. There's like a lot of bugs in my childhood home that probably had some effect on me. But also like, where I live is just like a really, really humid area. So there's probably like more bugs in my region than most other. Hi, bitter ashes. Hello. Flying ants are a thing? Unfortunately, yes. I don't think I've ever seen a raccoon in person though. I've never gotten to see like any of the cute pests. I've only gotten to see like the nasty bugs. Oh wait, that reminds me. Oh god, I forgot to mention this. I saw, was it a spider? When I went to go take a shower the other day, there was a spider in my bathtub. Oh my god. I drowned him. I'm sorry to say, I drowned him. So, like I was taken aback. I was like, oh my god, good thing I looked. I don't know what's been going on recently. Maybe like the people that usually spray around have been like a bit lacking. I don't know. It's usually not this bad. Like, maybe I just need to clean more. I don't know. I don't like leave food around anything. I'm a pretty like clean eater for the most part. I'd like to think I don't leave a whole lot of crumbs. I think. I think. Let's see. I think tomorrow. What am I gonna do tomorrow, Jen? Oh, tomorrow is my rest day. Oh my god, God bless. tomorrow is my rest day. I go to the gym like 3 days in a row, and I have a rest day. Tomorrow's my rest day, so it's great. A little bit extra time. I don't know. I think I'm probably just gonna hang out with a bunch of friends. I try to like use as much of my weekends as possible to like socialize with my friends, which is probably pretty standard, right? Because I work from home, I don't get nearly as much like social interaction as I should. So when the weekend rolls around, I need to like double down. It doesn't matter how good I clean my room, there's always a spider. But sometimes, like, well, I guess like the only places where there are truly no bugs are probably really cold. I'm surprised that it's the middle of summer and I don't hear super loud cicadas outside my window. Like, where I live, the cicadas usually keep me awake because they're so loud. I'm really lucky that, I don't know, maybe they got sprayed. And then next week is July 4th weekend. Any Americans in the chat? Question mark. I'm American. I don't have work on Friday. God bless America. I'm really not like, I say that, but I'm not really a patriotic person in general. Like, some people cringe when I say this. Please don't judge me, but like, I have never voted in my life. Not because like it's not because I don't necessarily have an opinion, but it's because like I'm just like, I don't care about it enough to justify going out and doing it. I guess I could do it online, but yeah, like my more like liberal friends, like I have one friend that's like really liberal. Thank you for the follow, some puppy girl. And like there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to like call anyone out, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But like when I told him I had never voted, he was shocked. He was like, what? And he's like, why not? I was like, I just don't really care. He's like, what? I mean, in his defense, like I understand, right? It's probably pretty frustrating when you're really passionate about what you perceive to be a problem, and there's people that don't see eye to eye with you. So I can understand where he's coming from. But yeah, no, I don't. Like, and on actual Independence Day, I'm probably not even gonna do anything. For me, it's just like another day. I used to shoot, like, sometimes my family would shoot fireworks together, but like ever since I moved out and became an adult, I almost kind of despise July 4th because like the fireworks are so loud. And like some felt lore, I grew up in a bad neighborhood, so July 4th was not great because you weren't sure if it was fireworks or gunshots. Luckily when I got a job I moved out of that area, but like, so July 4th doesn't really give me fond memories. Maybe I'll ask my friends if they want to like do something cliche, like grill some hot dogs and burgers or something. Does anyone here have any July 4th plans? I think my friends are going to the beach, but I usually turn them down because I hate the beach. Like, a lot of people really like the beach, I don't. It's like, my memories of the beach are getting super sand, like getting sand everywhere, and getting sunburnt, and I don't know, I just don't like the beach. I actively avoid the beach, actually. For the July 4th, my parents light like 15 fireworks all at the same time in the last like 5 minutes. Oh. Unfortunately, like the city I live in, it's illegal to discharge fireworks within city limits. People still do it, but you're not supposed to. I think some places probably have like a permit or something because there are fireworks shows. Fireworks shows are really cool. I do enjoy like watching fireworks. There's something really special about it. Although I would never do them myself, at least alone. I wonder if they can get pretty expensive. I don't think I've ever bought them myself. I imagine they can get pretty expensive, considering, like, you know, it's really something you only buy, at least in America, like once a year maybe. So I imagine the people that sell fireworks like jack up the prices when it comes time, like July 4th. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm probably gonna wake up late because it's already 3 a.m. So probably gonna wake up super late. So Saturday is my dedicated cheat day. And like I still like, I have like a calorie limit. So I'll still, like, on Saturday, I'll still eat under that. But I'll just, like, instead of like having like my meal plan, I'll just eat whatever I want. You know, so like I might go get like McDonald's or something, but as long as I stay under like that calorie limit. If it was a true cheat day, I just wouldn't even track anything. But yeah, no, Saturday, it's really cool that, like, you know, like whenever I have a rest day on a weekend day, it's just so cool. It's so chill. Do I have any errands? I think I need to do laundry. And then I do have plans with a few people, at least a couple people tomorrow. Maybe I'll drive an hour to see my friend. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Sorry for the late message. Currently getting ready to fall asleep. Oh, thank you for the message. I hope I can help you in falling asleep. That would mean the most to me. If I can contribute even a little bit to your sleepiness, that would mean the world to me. That would be great. And we are just patiently waiting for my 3DO to arrive whenever that happens. And when Felt gets his 3DO, I'm gonna take the world by storm. No, probably not. I'm kidding. Exciting. I don't know if it was the most financially responsible thing, because they are pretty expensive. But like, for me, like, I don't know, my hobbies are like so far and few in between that, you know, I've been starting to enjoy ASMR more lately because of like all the people I've been meeting. So, you know, it'll be worth it if it keeps me doing this for a while. I'm someone that I like to splurge when I find a new hobby, honestly. But I also, like, I'm very privileged to be able to do that. Hi Hascost, hello. What's poppin'? And, you know, just talking about nothing of importance. Giving the homie some company. How often do you take days off of streaming? So like I said before, I don't stream on a schedule. So like that's kind of a hard to answer question. Like lately I've been really enjoying streaming every day, at least for a little bit. Like so when I used to stream on a schedule, I'd take like 2 or 3 days off a week. I mean, right now I'm enjoying it, right? So as long as I'm enjoying it, I'm gonna keep doing it every day. But, you know, don't rely on that. Like, if one day I just stop streaming, do not, you know, don't lose any sleep. What's the thing? Sorry? The thing? Question mark? Did I say that? If it's something you enjoy and you aren't exactly financially hurt from it, I'd say it wasn't too bad of an investment. Yeah, oh, that's, when you redeem that, I go like, wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. That's what that is. Wow. Worth it. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. There's some really good redeems in there. I put a lot of effort into my redeems to kind of like incentivize people coming back and watching. Will you be streaming intro? Or tomorrow? Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't like... I have commitment issues, so I don't want to like say that in confidence, you know? The whole point of me not having a stream schedule is that I don't like commit to ever telling people I'm going to stream on this day or that day. Like, if it happens, it happens, right? You should just, every felt stream should be a pleasant surprise. Do not make it an expectation or you will be disappointed at some point. Because I have had periods where I just take a long hiatus from streaming just because I kind of get bored of it. And, you know, sometimes I'll disappear for like a month or two. So, that's very possible. But also, I feel like I'm being like I've been more productive lately than I have been in a long time. So, you know, yay for me fighting the depression worms. If you do stream, I'll try to be there, but I'm gonna go to bed. Oh, you're going to bed? Okay, good night, Sigma. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Even if you can't stay the whole stream, I appreciate you keeping me company for a little bit. Oh god, my throat is kind of dry. Okay guys, I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I started the stream without anything to drink, which is my fault. I need to go get some water or something, or my throat is gonna start hurting soon. I'll be right back. But then in the meantime, you can see my cute BRB screen. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the wait. Sorry for the wait. Who is this? Okay, water has been acquired. Okay, this might sound really childish, guys, but I don't like drinking water, plain water. Like, I buy like these little flavor packets that I put in all my water. I can't, following for the Nami? People parents were rather big on supporting in the local area since the 90s. Oh, thank you for the follow, yeah. Obviously, no pressure to donate, but it makes me really happy when people donate. all my stream income, any revenue from the stream goes back to that charity. I'm very fortunate that I can just stream purely for fun. I don't know who this is. Someone joined the Discord server and sent me a friend request. I am sorry, but I do not accept random friend requests. I was really scared when I did a little bit of research. I was like, cause I knew that like when I was picking the charity, I wanted to pick one about mental health, because like I struggle with my mental sometimes in various periods of my life, so I wanted to like make a difference there. And apparently Nami was like, somewhat trustworthy, I guess. Like, I would like to think when I donate to them, they use most of it to help people and not like a quarter of it. From what I understand, they're a pretty trustworthy organization. They sent me like a little pamphlet in the mail the other day. I kind of wish they didn't do that. I don't need you to send me a thank you letter in the mail. That's okay, Just take the money. This is my way of giving back to the world. Okay, yeah, so I don't... If there's nothing else to drink, obviously I'll drink plain water, but I really don't like drinking plain water. Okay, but in my defense, even though I don't like drinking plain water, I have been eating more fruits and vegetables lately. So, doing something right, Was also when I was a kid, I also like hated vegetables. Like I really don't like bitter things. So like vegetables now are a bit more manageable. But when I was a kid, I didn't eat any. And also, what else? Oh, I don't drink alcohol. And that's not because like it's like a morality thing or anything. I just don't I hate the taste of alcohol. It's like too bitter to me. So I generally don't drink it. Or if I do, it has to be like super diluted. You don't like me? No. It's so nice that you started here that you've been struggling at times. Yeah, I think that's true for everyone though. I don't like bitter either. I smell like coffee and tea. Oh, I don't really drink plain coffee. I will, I don't go to Starbucks often, but I'm Starbucks is okay. I don't know if you'd call Starbucks real coffee, but I'll drink Starbucks. Oh my god, it's so warm in my it's so warm in my little like streaming tent. It's like so warm in here. If I could have coffee, drink it. Oh, do you have some kind of like, is there some reason you can't? I also think I probably have a bit of a tolerance to caffeine. Like growing up, I drank a lot of soda, so I think it probably takes more than most people to like get me, kind of alerted by caffeine. I guess caffeine sensitivity. Oh, so you're like the opposite problem. I mean, that's not a bad thing, honestly. Like, not that like caffeine is inherently bad for you, but like for some people, it's definitely like a crutch. Like something that like all my friends do, but I don't do, is like they cannot work out without taking pre-workout. Like all of my friends are incapable of working out without taking pre-workout. Fortunately, I never got into that, so it's like normal to me to not use it. But like, I don't really see the idea of giving myself a crap ton of caffeine as very appealing. I kind of just like, well, sometimes on rare occasions, if I really, really think I need it, I'll drink an energy drink. The only times I'll drink energy drinks is if I'm literally driving and I'm falling asleep while driving. That's like the one exception I'll make where I'll drink energy drinks to try and stay awake. Even then, it's like kind of scary. I don't really like coffee in general, but I really do like, hi J-Ro. I really do like coffee like as a flavor. Like I like tiramisu. Who doesn't like tiramisu? And I like, coffee cake. Anything coffee flavored that's not coffee itself is usually pretty good. I don't get to eat tiramisu often though, because I don't go to restaurants that often. And even then, only like a few restaurants around me probably offer it. I could try making it at home, but I probably would do a terrible job at it. I'm not a great cook or baker. You've had tiramisu, you love it so much. I do think it might be a little overrated, but it's good. It's good. I actually tried tiramisu for the first time, like, I think 2 years ago. Like, I had actually gone, like, my entire childhood and teenage life without ever trying it. I didn't even know what it was up until recently. I'm typically more of like a cheesecake enjoyer. I would say cheesecake is probably my favorite dessert. And then second would be apple pie, I guess. The great thing about cheesecake is like it's really versatile. Like me all kinds of cheesecake. I definitely have a sweet tooth. Thank you for the follow, Crimson Lions 424. Which kind of sucks because when I'm dieting, I can't really eat sweets. Like, can't really like. If I eat sweets, I'll just like burn through my entire calorie budget, and I'll be hungry later in the day. Meringue pie. I'm surprised I managed to remember how to pronounce that. Oh, I also like banana pudding. Banana pudding, pretty good. Part Italian, but I've seldom had that, or cannolis. I am super picky when it comes to my coffee and tea. I generally don't like coffee unless it's a specific Amazon brand. The 365 Early Bird blend. I can also drink Waffle House coffee. Otherwise, I tend to avoid it in public. Oh, I guess you have refined taste. Oh God. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say like, I don't really drink tea unless you count. I wouldn't count sweet tea as tea. Technically it's tea, but it's tea with an absurd amount of sugar. I wouldn't really call sweet tea, but I drink sweet tea sometimes. I've had a craving for a gooey buttery cake. Oh, butter cake is so good. I haven't had it in a while. For a long time, I need to visit St. Louis for some authentic dishes. Man, I can't wait till I'm done with the diet, and I'll go back to eating sweets in moderation. I'm pretty much like trying to avoid all added sugar for the most part. There's like some rare exception, like the pasta sauce I use has a little bit of added sugar, but that's whatever, But I don't eat any like sweets or anything anymore, at least for the time being. Oh, how will I survive? One of the, like when you're trying to like cut, right? Like one of the one of the good things about only eating healthy food is like you're less likely to overeat it because it's so like bland. So like there are days where I don't even like eat all of the food I'm supposed to eat because like I just don't want it. I don't feel like eating it, and I don't feel like eating chicken and rice for like the 50th time ever. Like, that's kind of to my advantage a little bit. Nom, 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 nom. Delicious water. Oh God. I would consider myself a foodie, I guess. I would consider myself a foodie, but I would not consider myself a restaurateur. Let me use this opportunity to tell you guys the things I don't like. Okay, so this is like really bothers people. Most, like 90% of condiments, I don't like. Like I don't like, I almost never eat ketchup. Like I'm like, because like the texture of it just like really is unappealing to me, the way it looks. I really don't like the way ketchup looks. Same thing for mustard. And mayonnaise, maybe in like small amounts. Barbecue sauce is like the one condiment I'm willing to use. But like generally when I go to like a fast food place, I order the burger plain. And that like really bothers my friends. They're like, isn't that dry? I'm like, no, I don't think so. I've been making a big wok of ground beef, fajita veggies, and taco seasoning lately, and just eating that in a bowl with some cheese for the past few weeks. It's so good and spicy and colorful. Honestly, I need to up my food game. Like, I kid you not, guys. So basically, how my diet works is I eat nothing but chicken and rice for 2 days in a row, and then after that, I eat spaghetti, and then it repeats. I've been doing that for the last like month. Like chicken and rice, spaghetti, over and over and over. For the most part. It's actually pretty difficult to get like a lot of protein in. Like I eat like a pound of ground meat every day, and I still have to take like a protein shake. And like on some days I even have to eat like a little bit extra yogurt to like meet my protein goal. Oh man, what am I craving? Thank you for the raid. Oh my God. Hello Asana. What were you up to? Thank you for the follow, Techie Nut. What were you doing? What were you playing? Or were you doing ASMR? I love making a good homemade blue cheese dressing and house salad, and adding chicken tenders. I'm not really a salad enjoyer, personally. Wait. Let me check you out. I don't suppose you were doing ASMR, were you? No, if I had to guess. Oh, you were. Wait, oh my God, what did I just do? What did I just close? Oh no, what did I just close? Okay, now we're good. How was your stream? Hope you had a good stream. Hope it was very chill. I hope you enjoy your stay here in the Felt Den. I'm Felt, hello, that's me. I just be talking. I need to make like an actual introduction. One of these days I'll actually care enough to make an introduction. It was good, nice. Hi Mew. Oh my God, you're up late. Hello Mew. Where was I? Oh yeah, we're talking about food. Food. me here but playing game, call you. Okay, have fun. Thank you for the follow, Asana. Oh god, I need like I'm gonna plan out what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. I'm gonna enjoy my cheat day. What should I get tomorrow? I think I want chicken Alfredo. Okay, so back to the things I don't like. And I don't like most condiments. I don't like cauliflower, because of the texture. What else? I don't know. I feel like I'll eat most things. I think that's something I can think of. Get you some garlic Alfredo, bacon, mac and cheese. I got your name first. Your name the first time? Wait, what did I say the first time? Did I say Asana? I don't remember. Asana? Asana. Okay, got it. I'll try to remember. I remember faces, not names. So that kind of sucks for me when I'm streaming. Oh man, I'm gonna ask my friend if he wants to go out to dinner. He's kind of been, well, I guess in his defense, he's trying to save money, so he usually turns down my invitation. I'll ask him again tomorrow if he wants to get dinner together. How do you guys feel about Korean barbecue and/or K-pop? I actually K-pop. I think is okay. I much rather prefer Korean barbecue, but as we all know, Korean barbecue is super expensive. Like here, if you go to Korean barbecue, you're spending at least $30, not including the tip. So that's relatively expensive compared to other restaurants. I've been getting more into sushi lately. When I was younger, I almost never ate sushi. In my opinion, most nigiri, at least at the places I've gone to, all the nigiri kind of tastes bland. It tastes like nothing. Maybe I just haven't gone to good spots. But I usually have to get the more, shall we say, Americanized sushi. You tip a bit higher. Hey. Yeah, I feel I wish I could go more, but like I said, most of my friends are they don't really have the money to go to Korean barbecue. I'm lucky if I can even get my friends to go anywhere, let alone Korean barbecue. So it is really pricey. I really like the social aspect of Korean barbecue. I don't know why, when you think about it innately, right? You're wait, why would you pay money to cook your own food, right? And something about it is kind of fun. That's interesting, actually, when you connect names with faces. I'm currently without the PC, so I just have a picture of my model on a piece of paper on the wall. I stream on my iPad for the time being. Oh, really? You can. I didn't even know you could stream from your iPad. So do you hook up? Do you use the iPad as your microphone too, or do you plug it in somehow to your iPad? I've considered when I'm out and about streaming on my I have a laptop, and I have another microphone, a spare microphone. So technically, I could still do an ASMR stream on the go, but I think it'd be a little bit less. It wouldn't be as good as my PC streams, so I usually don't. I'm the friend with no money, sadly. All my friends have jobs that make them 70K more a year. They love expensive sake and chanko nabe. Sumo hotspot. I have my XLR audio interface hooked up, which surprised me. Wow, like that's actually insane. That really is like a mobile setup. I'm sure like if you really like I'm sure like if you had all the right extensions, you could plug quite a few things. But I can't imagine an iPad can really power too much. Oh wait, that reminds me, guys. So, some people might already know this, but like 2 weeks ago, my car battery died, and I had to get it replaced. So that was minus $400. That hurt. But on the plus side, I got a bit of money from because I started a new job. I got a bit of money from my like home office stipend. Like basically the money they give you to set up your home office, because my job is remote. But also, so I have braces, right? And I started my braces with my last job, and I'm still undergoing like the visits after I started my new job. I didn't know you could do this, but I was able to double dip. Like, my first dental insurance, like, apparently put like $1,000 off of my braces, and this next dental insurance is gonna put like $1,500 off of it. I didn't even know that was a thing. Did you guys know that? Like, I got double benefits, basically. That was cool. I'm looking at maybe 300 plus next week, getting my flex pipe replaced with my car. Oh my god. I'm sorry. It's really important to have like money set aside for like those kinds of things, right? Like, I think like depending on where you want at least like $1,000 to like, you know, like get car repairs and stuff like that. Bare minimum. And God forbid you lose your job, then you need like a lot more money. Yeah, unfortunately many people live paycheck to paycheck. But I also think that most people, or I shouldn't say most, there's a lot of people out there, they probably could be more financially responsible, but they're not. I think, I mean, it should come to know. Oh yeah, your emote is not there. What happened? That's weird. It should come to no surprise, right? That, like, I feel like, you know, the newer generations of people, like we live in an age of like instant gratification. Like people are becoming less and less patient with like things in general. So like a lot of people don't really even contribute, for example, to their 401k, or they don't put a whole lot, because to them it seems like they're just throwing money away, you know. And I can understand that, you know. Obviously you would rather have your money now than wait till you're 60 or whatever to use it. It's kind of hard to like save money for yourself decades down the line. I'm kind of disabled at the moment for health reasons. I gotta stretch 1K a month. Oh no. Yeah, that sounds rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully we could make it work. Oh, you have a dog too. I talked about this before. Like, one of the reasons I don't have a pet is because like that's one of the reasons. But like generally speaking, I don't know if I could do an adequate job of taking care of it. Like for example, like a lot of people like have pet insurance, right? Like that's just like another thing you have to get. And like God forbid something happens to your pet. Like I imagine a vet visit out of pocket probably costs like thousands of dollars depending on the issue. It's not uncommon to see people raising money because their pet had some kind of problem. Yeah, but you know, I think in general, it's not that people like aren't financially literate. it's just like they choose like the short-term gratification. Like, most people probably know that it's a good thing to put money in your 401k. But, like I said, most people also aren't willing to like wait that long. I mean, it's whatever, I guess. Saving for retirement is kind of a privilege. Like, but also, like, I think there's something to be said about, like, not being too consumerist. Like, obviously, I think we live in a very consumerist society, and you don't want to, like, chase your happiness by, like, relying on buying the next new shiny thing, right? You're just gonna, like, throw away a lot of money for stuff that's only gonna make you temporarily fulfilled. Everyone needs a growth on his leg, and also gotta get him a full dental clean. Oh, I see. I hope that goes well. Oh yeah, I guess you do have to take. I didn't even realize that you have to take dogs to get their teeth cleaned like every now and then. I imagine. I didn't even realize that. My paradise lies in cheeseburgers. I actually had some cheeseburgers like 2 days ago when I was on my trip. Like, wait, that's also an exception I'll make. If I'm on the road, I'll make a rare exception that I'll eat fast food. I'll cheat because, like, obviously I'm not home, so I can't cook food myself. I should probably get some rest. I have work in about 4 hours, so take care of yourself. It was nice meeting you. Thank you for stopping by. Esona. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the raid. I hope you can get a good amount of sleep. 4 hours is not a lot, but I hope you sleep efficiently. You miss trucking for cheeseburgers? Trucking for cheeseburgers? What do you mean? Oh, that's what you mean. Are you a trucker? That's like one job I could never do. Like, because I don't think I'm not the greatest driver. Actually, it was funny. At one point, I was playing European or Euro Truck Sim on stream, and I couldn't beat the tutorial because, like, it relied so heavily on looking at, like, all your different mirrors. I couldn't do it. It was too hard for me. I could not get out of the Truck Sim tutorial. That's a part. Thank you. Have a good night. I think, like, well, also, like, I imagine trucking gets pretty lonely. But it would be cool, like, if I was a trucker, I'd start a trucking podcast or something. Or, like, I've been watching Swifty on YouTube. He's been streaming himself, like, delivering food on food apps. And, like, I don't really care about the food apps part, but it's kind of fun, like basically being on a road trip with someone. Long hours and high stress is kind of why I'm not working, focusing on my health. That makes sense. I mean, trucking is arguably worse than a desk job because, like, at least at my desk job, I have the freedom to, like, move around. I can, like, stand up if I want to. But, like, if you're trucking, you're literally just sitting in the same position for several hours on end. My friend recently bought a standing desk, which I might have to think about soon here. Well, so I said this before. I have a bad tendency to fall asleep while driving, so I could never be a trucker. Like, it would be dangerous for me. And dangerous for everyone else. I do think, like, the lifestyle is fascinating, though. For a small period, I was on, like, a trucker video, I guess, phase. Like, it always interests me, like, how much any kind of career makes. So for a while, I was, like, doing research on how much truckers can make and, like, they're, like, how, everything else. The current thing has sort of made that whole industry a nightmare. I got in during the pandemic. That was okay then. The current thing? What do you mean? What's the current thing? Are you referring to something in particular? I mean, I also just don't like driving. I hate driving long distances. Because like, I hate downtime. Maybe my attention span is bad. I hate downtime. And I view driving as downtime. In chat, my attention span might be cooked. Any yawners in the chat? Any yawners in the chat? I shall refer to Rule 3 and receive the plea the fifth. Wait, what is my Rule 3? I don't even remember. What is my Rule 3? I need to look. Oh no, I look so unprofessional I can't even recall my own rules. Rule 3, please avoid discussing controversial topics. Okay, I appreciate that. I do appreciate that a lot, actually. Oh, where'd my chat go? Oh no, there it is. Actually, I have to wake up early tomorrow, because... or not early, like I have to wake up at noon to hang out with a friend. And then I have a rare collab on Sunday with Kohari. We're gonna play Slay the Spire. It's gonna be fun. Like I said before, like the one exception I'll make to like playing games lately is if I have friends to play with. So, you know, of course, if I'm collabing, I'm willing to play a game. Oh, it's almost 4 a.m. That's actually ridiculous. Someone like me that works a 9 to 5 should not be awake at 4 a.m. That's not good. Lately, what I've been doing, guys, is I'll just go to sleep really late and I'll wake up feeling like garbage. And then, like, during my lunch break, I take a huge nap to make up for it. And that in turn forces me to work late. Hi, Nixie. Hello. Like, lately, I've been working till like at least 6 o'clock. I've been like skipping my lunch break basically and working till like 6 to make up for the hours I lost by sleeping. So like today I cooked dinner at like midnight. My whole life has shifted like crazy. How's it going? All things considered, my life has been pretty good lately, which I'm happy to say. Like, I'm in a really productive like phase right now, and it's about just like being consistent as possible and making it last as long as possible. I think part of that is because my new job is like new to me, so it's kind of fun. It's gonna like, really the challenge is if I'm still gonna be this productive in like 2 years from now. If only Amazon had a 9 to 5 trucking job or a daytime trucking job. I mean, trucking is inherently not a 9 to 5 job though, right? But I imagine Amazon, it like, you know, if it's like any of their other careers, it's probably pretty, shall we say, performance oriented. Like any job that you get at Amazon, whether it be like a software engineer or working in one of their warehouses, or I guess also trucking, they really make you earn every penny. How are you, Nixie? Hope you're well. Long time no see. I there's no like Amazon warehouse in my city, but like if a job, like if there's a job out there that doesn't really even interview you, they just give you the job, that's a red flag. You know, that is a huge red flag. Amazon trucking job was 3 days a week for $4K a month. It was the best. I just can't not try to save my life. Yeah, no, I can't either. I've had one extreme close call where I dozed off while driving, and I kid you not, I was probably like a second away from like just like straight up hitting the guardrail on the interstate. Like literally just driving straight into the guardrail. Lately I've been like I've been a bit more responsible. If I start falling asleep, I'll pull over. I do 12 hours daily. That's nice and normal here for that part. Oh, 12 hours doing what? If you don't mind saying. Jesus, that's a lot though. I think it also kind of depends on the job. Like, some jobs are more mentally exhausting than others. Some jobs are more physically exhausting than others, right? So, like, you know, what is reasonable really, really depends on the job. That being said, I do think in general, like, the human brain can only really focus for like 6 hours, I feel. After that, it's like diminishing returns. For me, it's just pure darkness, body wants to sleep. No amount of caffeine will change that. That's definitely not the case for me. I'm definitely a night owl. I wish I wasn't sometimes. Yeah. That's one part of me that never grew up. Like, I'm a working age adult and I have a job now, but I still like have the terrible sleep schedule I had when I was a teenager. I don't have free time nor am I home much. It kills a person. I'm an electrician. Oh, yeah, that doesn't sound very easy either. Do you think, Nixie, are you of the opinion, do you think trades are overrated or underrated? Because it's like really common advice to tell people, especially with how the job market is right now, to like get a trade, you know, like that's really common advice. But I don't think it's what it was like a decade ago. I can stay up all night if I get plenty of light, but driving at night, you don't have light. Yeah, that is true. Like for me, I think it's like, it's not necessarily driving at night. I think like there's something about like driving on the interstate that like it makes me really bored. Like somehow driving on the interstate like makes me sleepy. I don't know why. Yeah. Like, if I could emulate that feeling, I would never have sleep problems again. It's like 10 times more effective than white noise at how good it is at making you fall asleep. It is like, no, I don't think I can do it, yeah. That's also like, again, that's like probably like the number one reason I could never do any kind of driving job, or at least not one that's long. I think I'd be curious. Like I'd try working in an Amazon warehouse just to see what it's like, but I probably wouldn't, like, obviously I wouldn't stay there long. I'm very fortunate to have like a good career, like in a field that's like relatively speaking has like good work-life balance. In my case, overrated. I don't get paid much at all, just a little bit over. I used to work for HelloFresh, where I was paid, I would say, around 700 euros, which is like a normal salary here, and now I'm getting paid 800 euros. Only difference in HelloFresh, I was working 8 hours, 5 days, and 2 days free. Oh, like, so like a standard, basically a standard schedule. Now you work a lot more for like only slightly more, right? Wait, hi Sage, good morning, long time no see. Wait, you're an electrician for HelloFresh? Trades in the States make decent money while you work a lot more. I mean, that's true for everything. Like, I think everyone knows, right, that like, if you're poor, it's probably better to be in a European country because they have a better like social net. But like, if you're rich, it's better to be in the US, right? Like, pretty much across the board, you will... Oh, your first time customer stuff. Okay, I see. I was like so confused. Like, pretty much almost every single job just pays more, relatively speaking, in the US as compared to Europe, because like, you know, there's like more taxes there, etc., etc. So like my equivalent job in Europe, I probably wouldn't even be making like half of what I make. Trucking shifts are usually between 11 to 14 hours a day. I was working 70 hours a week and sleeping 50 hours a week in the back of the truck. Oh my god. I'd also be like super scared, honestly. Like, I imagine like, you know, I guess it's a bit better as a trucker,
like I would be afraid of like, I guess you also like typically sleep in like those rest stops, right, where there's a million other truckers. I feel like I'd just be so afraid of like meeting weirdos. Oh wait, let me ask, has anyone in here ever hitchhiked? Has anyone in here ever hitchhiked? Please do tell. I wonder. I have never hitchhiked and I never will. I mean, unless I obviously like I really like I have no other choice. But like, or maybe I would probably walk until like I felt like I was about to like keel over before I hitchhike. Hello, Mordred Pendragon. Hello. If your port was always the military, not that I would ever recommend that to anyone. Yeah, like I would, if it was like a question of like going homeless, I would join the military. The military isn't bad. It's just a question of freedom. Like if you take up like if you take up the part away where like you kind of just lose your freedom while you're enlisted, everything else about the job is like really good, right? Like the benefits of the military are like insanely good. It's just that freedom part. Actually, I remember when I was in school, like this military recruiter for my area was like really pushy. Like, like he was trying to get me to take the ASVAB, which is like the test you take to get into the military in the U.S. And I remember telling him like, yeah, I don't think I'm interested. And then he's like, why not? And I was like, yeah, I just don't really think, I just don't really know if I would like the military. And then he's like, well, what makes you think that you would like college? And I'm like, bro, I told you no. Stop trying to. I literally had to tell him that. I literally texted him like, I've already told you no. I please like respect my decision. Military recruiters are pushy. Having actual free time to do anything, yeah. I assume military jobs take a bit more commitment than a 9 to 5. And obviously there's a lot of other things you can't really do in the military, They don't really smoke. I imagine, for a lot of people that's important. I don't smoke, but, I don't knock anyone that does. I was in the military hospital, one of the officers, well, that should have been officers in the making. One of them stole your urine sample since they had drugs in the system. Oh my God. I cannot join the military for spiritual reasons. To the point I'd rather be in prison for refusing a draft. I can understand that. I mean, that being said, I hope we don't. I mean, in our lifetimes, the United States will probably not like initiate a draft, right? Like, if we're in some situation where the United States is drafting people from the selective service, then we're probably like, it's probably pretty bad. I'm also like very grateful that I don't live in a country where like the US isn't surrounded by enemies, right? For the most part. And there's already like a lot of people in the military, like as compared to like somewhere like South Korea, where everyone has a mandatory military like service period. But that kind of sucks, like it's really common for like South Koreans to have to put their career on hold because they have to go do their military service. If a draft ever happens again, we're so cooked. We all hate each other equally. Mandatory conscription, yeah. Some nations have mandatory service, right? Like when you turn 21 or something, they expect to put in at least 2 years. I imagine they don't pay you particularly well either. But if I were, hypothetically speaking, if I were to get enlisted, I would tell the people like, listen, if you put me out there on the front line, I would be like a liability. I am so hopeless that I might actually be a danger to the squad if you put me out there on the front line. So you should probably have me like in some room operating a drone or something. Okay. Don't go private fire.
Has anyone here seen that newest movie, or not like the newest like iteration of All Quiet on the Western Front? I thought that was pretty okay. But the thing I don't really like gore, and like obviously like the more quote unquote realistic movies really like to play up the gore, because it's like, obviously like oh yeah, that happened, stuff like that really happened, and we want to make sure you see it in all its gruesomeness. Full Metal Jacket reference for those not unstatus like me. I have never watched that movie. Playing the mentally disabled card. Oh my god, wait, that reminds me. I love the movie Come and See It Very Hard. Come and See It Very Hard when to watch. Come and See It Very Hard to watch. Oh, yeah. I mean, gore just like grosses me out. Seeing people in pain like makes me uncomfortable. I mean, I guess it makes most people uncomfortable, right? Okay, that reminds me, guys. I have a friend that he was in the I think he was in the military. He was a military firefighter on like one of the bases. I don't know what he did exactly, but like apparently he's getting like free money every month now because he told them that he messed up his shoulder. And apparently like most of that was like kind of like an exaggeration. Like his shoulder isn't so bad that he can't use it, but apparently what he told me is that it's like really, really easy to lie in the military to get benefits, like to get disability benefits. He told me like that's the method. Join the military and tell them like you mess something up and they just pay you for the rest of your life, I guess. I mean, it's kind of like busted, right? Because like now, like he's not so. I don't think he's supposed to go get a regular job, but obviously there's nothing stopping him. So he's gonna go get another job, and then he's just getting like 2 paychecks every time. Man, I mean, all power to him, I guess. I don't want to be like the morality police about like lying to the government. Well, better than them really hurt people, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess like if you had to pick for that kind of thing, you'd rather like it's kind of like the same thing with like like the judicial system, right? It's more important to like make sure like, or how do I put this? How do I put this? It's way more important that people that are innocent don't get like imprisoned than it is that like people that are guilty do get imprisoned, right? So it's kind of like the same logic. Like it's way more important that the people that genuinely need it do get it, even if that means like a few people slip through the cracks. Here it was mandatory in the sense that everyone has to apply, but then they pick the ones they wanted / needed. Oh, they didn't want me, so I didn't have to join. Now only people that want to join have to apply. I see. I forget like what country is it that like there's actually a lottery? Is it the Philippines? There's like this one country, and it's like they record it when the people like win the. It's like if they win the lottery and they don't have to go in the military, they literally just like faint from like joy or something. And what country is that? I think it's a Latin American country. I might be wrong though. And I know folks who legit are disabled vets because their service turned them into alcoholics and they're denied any benefits. Yeah, I mean, I think we've all heard about that like veterans that develop like PTSD, for example, aren't really like well supported. I believe there's one famous quote that's something like, "It is better 1,000 criminals go free than to punish one innocent." Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at. Yeah. I mean, that being said, like, it is, I don't know. Like, it's easier for me to say because I have a comfortable career. Like, never mind. I'll play the morality police, like, do what you have to do. Like, but could you make the argument that, like, getting, to some extent, right,
getting benefits you don't deserve is hurting other people. It's just like on a more macro scale. Like technically, if you collect benefits that you don't deserve, then you're hurting everyone that pays taxes. I try not to I don't really care about that. Honestly, like I have a lot of like friends and like their families are like super conservative, and that is like a really they really really are passionate about that kind of thing. I like choose to be a bit more ignorant, right? I pay my taxes and I hope that for the most part they go to good causes. Even if like there are some people that exploit the system. What? It seems like everyone is like, I feel like I don't go a single day. Okay, maybe not that. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. I feel like I don't go at least like a single week without hearing about someone like on Twitter, for example, that like they're really like in a bad spot and they need money, or they're gonna something's gonna go wrong. Like on my Twitter, it's not uncommon to see people like selling their models, or they stop vtubing because it's not making them enough money or whatever, etc. Or like they're doing like a donathon or like a GoFundMe because something or another went wrong. That's to say there's a lot of people that like are not very financially secure. I think it's worth having exploitable systems in place because most people won't exploit them. Those that do are outliers. Maybe I'm just too trustless of humanity. I think it's fair to say that most people will do what's in their best interest at any given moment, even if it's to like the expense of other people. Like it doesn't really matter to them as long as they don't know the other people personally. Like I think if there's like this thought experiment where, and like I think this is like known, right? But like if you could press a red button and kill someone random in the world and you get $1 million, I bet an alarming amount of people would do that. And like at least it's guaranteed that this person will never be related to you in any way. I'm sure an alarming amount of people would press the button, unfortunately. It's kind of like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, it doesn't make a sound type of thing, you would press the button. You crazy. I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said that in the chat. That's crazy. I'm just gonna pretend you did say that. That's crazy. You crazy. I'm sure a lot of us would, I mean, I've known people, like, I grew up in like a really impoverished area, so I try not to be judgmental. Like a lot of the people around me grew up to like sell drugs or like do other like morally questionable things. And like, a lot of the times it's just like they're a product of their environment. Basically, it's like, I would say like, I think America does in general give you the opportunity to succeed, but it's more like it's not good enough, like there's many scenarios where like the morally corrupt path is too easy to justify not taking as compared to the quote unquote like legitimate path. I definitely don't, like in that sense, I don't think America does as good as a job as it could do taking care of like its less fortunate people. There's 8.3 billion people. I think we can spare a few for a few million. I think it would be funny. Okay, this sounds so. I'm sorry. I don't mean for this to be like sound like morbid, but like I wonder like if you could press that button any number of times, it would also probably be alarming how much people would press it. They'd probably like kill off an entire nation or something. I don't know. Okay, but that's enough of that. Let's not keep talking about that. It's like a super morbid thing. Like I don't want to like stunt my already like declining trust in my fellow man. Okay,
what is generally sad is like the most common things that, like, let me give you an example. Like if someone is like in public and they like get in like a car accident or something, it's kind of sad that like most people will not help. Like when there's situations where someone obviously needs help, it's kind of sad that the majority of people will still not go out of their way to help. Like I'll give you an example. Like there was this one time this lady's car was stranded on the road, and I ended up helping her. She needed gas. She needed gas and she needed to jump her car. But I think she had been there. She had told me she'd been there for like a couple of hours. Like that blew my mind. I was like, wait, so everyone just drove past you? Like we're definitely like taught to be, like rightfully so, to be like kind of cautious around people. But like I guess like I definitely think the world suffers from like a global lack of empathy, if that makes sense. Like I don't know. I like, it will physically bother me if I pass someone by that I know needs help and I'm in a position to help them. Like it will bother me not to help them. I guess that's a good thing, I suppose. I guess that's a good thing. Yeah. I think it's being getting worse with social media and stuff as well. Yeah, that's true. Like a really important like skill to have is like not letting social media like warp your perception of the world. Because it is surprising how many people will like will like base a lot of their opinions off of like social media. Unfortunately, on the internet, you don't have to be right. You just have to be provocative, like that, and that's kind of sad. Like you don't have to say the right thing. You just have to say the thing that's gonna get the most attention, right? Like, oftentimes, what's the most like upvoted or liked thing is completely wrong, and like it's almost like disgustingly so. I don't want, you guys might know who I'm talking about, but like of recent note, there was this one streamer. I'm not gonna name her, but like there's a streamer recently that said she does not want people to make not safe for work art of her, right? And that's a completely reasonable thing. And then there's like, after she said that, there was like this coordinated attack on her character. Like for days, like literally for days, my Twitter was like filled with these stupid posts about like this like wild claim that I'm not gonna say, but let's just say it was this claim that she did something crazy on stream, and it obviously wasn't true, right? But like it was like disgusting. But that happens so often, right? Like this coordinated attack on this person's character, and it was alarming how many people were jumping on this bandwagon. I mean, like I saw nothing but this like complete slander against her for like at least 3 days straight. And I was like, it's so scary how like willing people are to throw another human being under the bus if it fits their agenda. I mean, it doesn't help that like to some extent, like social media. Social media has the same like fault of like traditional media, right? Like it's not the news outlets' jobs to like to produce the truth. It's their job to like produce content that's gonna get views, and that sometimes that's not the true thing. So like if you think about it, the system of like Twitter, for example, kind of encourages the same thing, right? Like the more visibility your posts get on Twitter, the more they'll pay you. And so you're incentivized almost just to like tweet about whatever's trending, whether it's like true or not. And I do think that's like a big factor for a lot of people. Like, even when it comes to like literally slandering someone and ruining someone's life, they realize that if it's trending to ruin this person's life, they could just tweet about it and make a couple bucks, It's generally concerning.
So I don't watch the news. I just hear what's going on, either from people or the random Twitter posts. Yeah, it was kind of stupid on the one. But I see that stuff on all Warhammer posts. Just like guys, just buy your models, paint them, and go on your merry way. I think like it's very important to be like a very something I'm proud of is more so than other people. I feel like I'm a very like I guess for lack of better words, like I'm a very like bipartisan person. Like I try to like see things from everyone's perspective. Like in a society where people want you to choose sides, basically. I'm you, and we're chilling. I'll probably stream for like 20 or 30 more minutes and then end stream, guys. Yeah, but no, like it's we another problem is like we definitely like I feel like we live in a society where it's like people have really developed the like you're either with us or against us mentality. And like, you know, people want things to be black and white. Like they want you to choose a side. And like it really just isn't that simple, right? Most of the time. It's like a lot of times like saying you just don't want to be involved is not an acceptable answer. I mean, I actively try to avoid drama, but there are definitely some people that on you know even in the VTuber space, right? That like their whole personality is drama, basically. I do not envy those VTubers, by the way. Like, there's some VTubers that, like, you know, I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. Like, the more edgy VTubers, where their whole personality is literally starting shit with other people, or saying provocative, like, things, controversial things. Crazy just saying no is not good enough for people. I have to keep up with that. Like, I couldn't imagine, like, it's like they make their livelihood by making enemies, right? Like that can't be a good lifestyle. It's like, I think what's appealing about it, right, is like, let's say I say something like really political. It's like, it's really what's really appealing about it is that, yeah, you'll get a lot of people that hate you. But on the other side of that, you'll get a lot of people that love you because you said this really controversial thing, you know? And for some people, they just don't care about, like, you know, the other half, I guess. I would never, ever be like a political VTuber or like a drama VTuber or what have you. Like, for one, I just don't care about most things, honestly. But two, like, I don't see how someone can, like, basically, like, how can someone make their living out of encouraging conflict and consider themselves a good person at all? Like, how can you like call yourself a good person if the way you make your living is by literally causing chaos in the universe? Right? Like that can't be good. I think. I don't know why I'm rambling about this. Like, that all being said, I'm not like, I am like far from an angel, guys. Please don't let me fool you. I don't mean to like virtue signal that like, oh, I don't, you know, I'm just a normal streamer, so I'm like really holy and stuff. Like, no. I do think it's important to call out like the legitimately like unhealthy and like hurtful behavior. They're so delusional they fool themselves too. I think that's also part of it. Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Like, some people, like, they get so disillusioned. It's like they're too deep, right? If they were to like take a step back and do some introspection, and like some people just can't admit that they're wrong. Like, obviously, you don't want to admit that like your entire life up until now
has been like hurtful or what have you, it's way easier for them to just continue doing it than to admit that they've kind of just been like a bad person up until a certain point. And like it is surprising how many people like something like I think the number one way you can prove, or the number one way you can know someone is mature, like the number one green flag, is if they can give you a sincere apology. Like if they can come up to you and say, you know, I'm sorry, I was wrong, and I hope you'll forgive me, that already is like, I feel like that's already like something that a lot of people can't do because of their pride, which is sad, but whatever, you know. Let us not discount the value of a sincere apology. I also like really I really respect people that can openly say like I love you to like people that aren't their significant other. I personally have a bit like a hard time doing that. Or like, no, okay, maybe not I love you, but like I don't often, I probably should, I don't often tell people how much I appreciate them, which I think is something like a bit like something I need to get better at. Hi Chunky, good morning. I guess like it's kind of like embarrassing. Like it's definitely like kind of like a toxic masculinity thing. Obviously, like as a guy, it's a bit more looked down upon to like be open about your feelings, and that includes like telling people you appreciate them. Unfortunately. I'll start saying I love you too, bro, to all my bros. I think like society as a whole would advance so far if we could just like let go of the shackles that are like our social taboos and stigmas, and like actually just like do what feels right in our hearts. I guess I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but like, you know, I feel like most of the time, if there's some kind of like, if you have some urge to like shame someone, a lot of the time it's like unwarranted. It's like coming from like a place of hatred, not like a place of like justice, right? Like the only time that I feel like it's okay to shame someone is when it's for the sake of justice. Like they did something legitimately wrong and they hurt somebody else, and like it shouldn't be like ignored. But often people are shamed just for like being, you know, for lack of better words, different. And that's still like very much present in Western society, especially in America. It's gonna be long. I think it's, I don't know if that's something that you can really change. Maybe that's just part of the human condition for like people to have like stigma against other people. I don't know. I like to think I'm like pretty accepting. Or I wouldn't say I'm accepting. It's more like I just don't care, you know. It's like as long as like, you know, I'm, you know, it's not affecting me, you can do whatever you want for the most part. Yawners, any yawners in the chat? Yawners. I wonder if anyone fell asleep. Any Ebers in the chat? I guess they wouldn't be able to tell me because it'd be asleep right now. Today's stream was kind of productive. I managed to talk about a bunch of random stuff. I have you all to thank for coming here and talking about random stuff with me. I'm really good at like making conversation when people like can help me come up with topics, but like by myself I'm not great at coming up with topics. You got stuff to do. Oh god, I'm gonna have to eat the rest of my food after this. After I end stream, I'm gonna go like eat a bunch of food because I need to finish it. Unfortunately, like this surgery that I'm gonna have on my eyes is probably gonna cost me like $3,000, I think.
it's gonna cost me at least 2,000, probably closer to 3. But like, it's something I've been wanting for a long time. Yeah, it sucks, but like, it's something like I have to pretty much get. Like, it's not really affecting my life, but like, so basically, guys, in some felt lore, I have strabismus, which basically means like my eyes, like the muscles that are attached to my eyes are like displaced. They're not where they should be. And that causes my eyes to like naturally drift out of position. So like it basically, like in layman's terms, it's lazy eye. And like, it's not so severe that you could tell by looking at me, but like whenever I'm looking at something from a distance, it looks like things are like coming to the middle. Like it looks like things on my left and right start to merge together. So when I drive, I actually have to close one of my eyes. Otherwise, like, I can't really drive. So this surgery should fix that, hopefully. Apparently, it's also like a super safe procedure, even though, it's something to do with your eyes, which inherently sounds kind of dangerous. Hi, Flower, welcome back. I'm only going to be streaming for like another 14 minutes, but, hi. Glad you can make it. How have you been, my Australian friend? Did you see any dingoes? Did you get punched by any kangaroos? I thought you had corrective eye surgery. That was for something different. The surgery I've already had was just to like correct my vision. Like this new surgery has nothing to do with like my vision. It's more like the alignment of my eyes, like my eye muscles. All of the above. Oh man, to be Australian. Oh wait, I still haven't tried Tim Tams. That's what they're called, right? Tim Tams? That's such a funny name for a snack. Tim Tams. Went to a con, that was fun. Oh. Tim Tams rock? I've never had that. Wait, Sage, are you Australian? I thought you were European. You want to cosplay at a con one day? Oh, I'm sure it won't be long. Unfortunately, if I want to go to a good con, I have to go to the big city. Like the cons, like my city and the cities next to it has like absolutely no like anime scene, pretty much. They fed me foreign snacks. Nice. You went to Supernova today. Is that the name of the convention? There's no free printout for cardboard. I hope you had lots of fun, met lots of people, you know. I kind of want, I need more like weeby friends to go to conventions with. I think I've said this before, like the one convention I went to, I went alone. And it was okay. It definitely would have been a lot more fun with friends. It's nice to always see Chunky and Flower, two of my oldest viewers, together. And Bostic hasn't been watching recently, but I understand. I don't think he really cares for ASMR. But he has like something insane. He has like 130 watch streak, something ridiculous. The amount of times people commented on your costume. Oh, did you get asked to take pictures? Did anyone ask like, can I take a picture with you? I feel like that's the greatest compliment. Yeah, multiple people do that. Oh, that's not. You're so famous, so popular. When I wore my maid outfit, I didn't have anyone ask me to take a picture. I only got called cute a few times. But then again, I probably could have looked better. Probably. You were both. Oh. There's not really any character in like video games or anime that I adore so much that I would cosplay as them, I feel. Personally. Have I cosplayed my avatar? No. I wouldn't do that unless I went to like Off Kai, which is like the VTuber convention
in California. But then again, I'd obviously be giving myself away, but you kind of already give yourself away anyway. Sounds super vain. You are cute. Thank you. I'm pretty sure when you go to Off-Kai, they literally give you a lanyard with your channel name on it. Obviously, VTubers that want to stay anonymous don't go to Off-Kai, I imagine. Like, but that may be like the only time I'd actually like cosplay myself, you know, at a convention where it makes sense to. Wasn't there? Oh, thank you for the follow, devil in my details. I never really understood what that saying meant. The devil's in the details. What does that mean? Anyone care to explain? Was there controversy? Not that I am aware of. Not that I know of. You've been there for like an hour and a half. Oh, really? Wow, you've been lurking. Thank you for the lurk. Oh my god. I appreciate the lurkers. Wasn't there another viewer that was in perf? Oh, that sounds familiar. I don't know. There's so many people these days. I'm not sure. There must be someone that doesn't come around too often. We love lurkers here in the FLVT. And that's a lyric. Me and Sleep Token. Oh, dude, Sleep Token. Okay, I listen to a lot of new metal, but not too much Sleep Token. Devil, I would highly recommend. I don't know if you ever heard of them. My favorite band is called Silent Theory. Chances are, if you listen to Sleep Token, you'll like them as well, because it's also new metal. And I really enjoy me some Silent Theory. Bad Omens is pretty good too. For example, the contract could be simple, but later there's a BS clause written fine for you to get screwed over by. You know the drummer? Wait, this drummer of who? Of which one? The band? Which band? Maybe like if there was controversy, maybe it was like something had to get canceled, but they weren't able to like give people their money back. Oh, thank you for that advance. I think I'd be a bit more scared for my like I think it's understandable like at Off-Kai in particular to be like kind of a little cautious, because like I guess it really depends on the content you make, but I imagine for some, you know, VTubers, some of their fans gonna get like pretty like, you know, pretty parasocial, to say the least. Like I'm like terribly afraid that like if I were to like, you know, show who I am at a VTuber convention, someone would stalk me or something. I don't know if Off-Kai necessarily has good security. I would hope so. Isn't Silent Theory a German band, if I'm not mistaken? Or is that wrong? Oh wait, no, that's not Silent Theory. That's N is okay. Did I pronounce that right? Oh, sorry. Hit the mic. I'm sorry, Jen. I'm sorry. Is Silent Theory? Where are they based out of? Oh yeah, no, they're from Idaho. Okay. I was thinking of N is okay. You walked into him fully? Were you at a concert? Wow. Oh wow. Which is incredibly cool. I want to go to a concert to meet people, but not actually to like listen to music. Like the concerts I've been to, they're so, or I guess I shouldn't say I've never been to a concert, but like the live music I have gone to, like they're so loud that it kind of makes it not very enjoyable for me. You definitely go for like the atmosphere and the experience more than the actual music itself. I'm always paranoid about sharing too much online because you never know who's doing what. I mean, you practice like, you know, basic internet safety. I think more than anything, you just need to be a good judge of character. You know, if you have like high emotional intelligence and like you're a perceptive person, you can usually tell pretty quickly, you know, if someone has like nefarious motives. That being said, some people are very good at like hiding that. Like some people are extremely manipulative. I was raised by 2,000 cybersecurity clips and they worked on like baby brain. I mean, I'm not really too, like, I'm not too concerned, honestly. But also, I feel like I don't do like super like parasocial-esque content, so I don't really care, you know? It's a bit safer for me. If I was a streamer, say, licking my mic, I might be a bit more cautious. I mean, the only Discord I actually interact with is Felt. Oh, really? I didn't know this. I didn't realize I was so special. Oh my god, I get special treatment from you. I used to be a BTS anti on Tumblr. I am no longer scared of the internet. They found the brother I couldn't find myself. BTS anti? Wait, what do you have against BTS? I don't listen to like any kind of Korean music really, but like, why would you be a BTS anti? One of them so encouraged me to give them nudes via floppy disk. Thank you for the follow, Hector Pardo. I think there is something to be said about like having unrestricted internet access a bit too early. I definitely think if you have unrestricted internet access too early, it makes you like a darker individual. I hope that doesn't sound like kind of corny, but like you learn about things in your childhood that you probably shouldn't learn until like you're a bit more mature, right? And I think it kind of like makes you a bit more pessimistic and cynical than you should be at that point in your life. You have everything against their fans. I was like, y'all be crazy. It makes you not want to interact with their stuff. I mean, you can say that about anything, really. I guess like it's a bit more like, I guess, common in like boy bands for, you know, obvious reasons. Like, any kind of like celebrity where like a large part of their appeal is their appearance, it's gonna like they're gonna have some crazy, you know, fans, right? They called your house. Oh my god, that is scary. When did the donation get so high? Okay, so this random person came by. He didn't even like. It was his first time in the stream, and he donated $50. This is so cool. I was like, oh my god, like I was freaking out. I was like, why? You know, I felt like I didn't even really earn it. He just came by and gave me 50. No, he didn't give me $50. He gave the charity $50, but basically gave it to me. Like, I hope that like, you know, we can obviously that number can get higher and higher, and like people will come to my stream and be like, wow, like, you know, he's done a lot for society. And that might be like, I guess like from that perspective, that was like the biggest, like he was like my biggest whale ever. This $50 dono. He was my first oiler. I should have like started rizzing him. I should have been like, oh, you're so handsome. And then he gives me all his money. Or a day, I don't know. You always continue to support Phil. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, for example, that like you still have your sub even though you can't even watch most of the streams. I have done a lot for society. I don't know about that. Here's the thing. I don't care about the crazy fans. I care about the crazy fans that are enabled and don't get called out. Yeah, like that. I think that brings up a good point. Like, when people like really, like kind of the opposite of that, but like when people really don't like something or they really want something else to improve, they kind of like lose all sense of morality. So I'll give you an example, right? Like something that's really common is that oftentimes a famous streamer will do something that's objectively like terrible, but their loyalist fans, their community, will not, you know, denounce them, even if everyone could probably say objectively that was bad, but like they're too like committed, I guess. I don't know. And it's the same thing with like, you know, like for example, politics. Like for people on one side, they might like actually like hope that the other person on the other side like dies or something, right? But that's to say, like what I'm getting at is like a lot of people's morality, like under the right circumstances, completely shifts. Like in general, I think people could have like people are not there's not a whole lot of integrity in the world. People are not morally consistent. He stared at me, the predator saw this prey, and the entire fandom was like, what? You? Huh? I don't get it. I don't know, it's a really like odd situation. Like, what if you're in a situation like where your best friend punches someone in the face? Are you gonna help them fight him? Like, that's a really odd situation, right? Like, most people would, even if they know their friend was in the wrong. But like, thankfully, I don't think any of my friends would ever do something so stupid. You know, but like, yeah. I guess there's something to be said about loyalty. I really don't like that word, but you know, it's a thing. Loyalty is a thing. Like, loyalty means to support someone no matter what they did. I never understood people that being obsessed with famous people. Can I appreciate someone that's good at something, like a musician, but why do they care what they eat or when they go to the toilet or something? I think it's mostly when people are like really parasocial and they envision themselves like in some kind of like relationship with the person, whether that be like friends or lovers or whatever. Like you know, for a lot of people, when a musician or an artist or whatever like does something, it speaks to them in a way that they feel like no one else ever could, I guess. And like in that way they form like this kind of like really intimate bond because they think like, oh, like they're just like me, you know. When in reality, like, you know, for any given person there's probably like thousands of other people that could relate to you on an empathetic level. That's how weird true fans should be dealt with. Yeah, no, I agree. Like you should like denounce like bad behavior, even if it's someone that like, you know, is your, I guess you're supposed to be friendly with. I don't know, your comrade. Like I think my friends, like if I punched the guy in the face, I think my friends would help me, but afterwards they would tell me like that was really stupid and they would be mad at me, right? In the moment they would help me because they're my friends, but they're not gonna like let me like, you know, they're obviously not gonna let me think that like I did the right thing. Or maybe like they would help me in that moment and then they wouldn't be my friend anymore afterwards. Something like that. I have one singular band I'm like weird about, but like the band knows who I am, so it's way less weird. Oh, that's fair. Okay guys, I should end stream now. Sorry to just like abruptly end the stream, but I think it's about time I end the stream. I think it's about that time. Oh my god, there's so many of you. There's so many of you. Okay, I may, like I said earlier, I might stream tomorrow around the usual time. You know, that's what I would like to do, but I wouldn't lose sleep over it. Do not stay awake hoping Felt is gonna stream. You will be awake all night. Okay. Tomorrow is okay. Everyone wish Flower good luck. He's gonna ask out his crush. Oh, good luck, Flower. Good luck. Oh my god, this stream is trippy. Oh my god. Okay, we need to find someone to raid. Yeah, you got this. You got this. Who are we going to raid? Is this person like always, is this person just running on a loop? Like she streams for like 30 hours at a time. Oh no, we don't want to do spicy. I don't want to send you guys to a spicy stream. That's not gonna happen. Okay, well, unfortunately there's not really anyone I want to raid in the ASMR category. So I guess we'll look at the just chatting category, or no, the art category. There's a lot of art streams that could probably pass as ASMR. So let's look at that. Art. Okay. Sort by vtuber. The VTuber. VTuber. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Where am I gonna send you guys? Let me put my headphones on. Wait, is this person... Okay, well this person seems chill. I kinda... They're like... Let's go give this person some love. I think they're only talking to like one person. It feels kind of lonely in there. Let's go give this person some love. Thank you all for coming. I'm doing the outro now. Have a good day, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.